You stand in the cathedral you built for her, a home filled with every comfort, every luxury you bled for, but the air is thin, colder than a tomb. She moves through these rooms like a ghost, a beautiful, silent specter of the woman you fell in love with. Her touch, once afire, is now the brush of a cold feather. You offer her a gift, a perfectly cut jewel in a velvet box, another piece of the world you've laid at her feet. She takes it. Her fingers are delicate, her movements graceful, but there is no smile, no warmth in her eyes. There is only a quiet, crushing indifference. It's a silent judgment, a punishment you cannot name. You ask yourself the same question 1,000 times a day, a mantra of the damned. What did I do wrong? I gave her everything. You think back to the beginning, when you had nothing but a fire in your belly and a promise in your eyes. You were a warrior then, fighting for a future, and she was by your side, a soldier in your war. She didn't want your comfort. She wanted your struggle. She was drawn to the man you were becoming, not the man you would be. You won. You conquered the world you promised her. You slayed the dragons of poverty and uncertainty. You built the castle and put her on the throne. And in doing so, you made the one fatal mistake. You took away the war. You took away her role as your shield maiden, your co-conspirator. You turned her into a queen of a peaceful kingdom. And a peaceful kingdom is a cage for a soul that thrived on the storm. This isn't a flaw in her. It is a fundamental truth of human psychology. It is the provider's curse. Here is the truth you've been avoiding. She doesn't resent what you give her. She resents who you've become in the giving of it. You were once a force of nature, a storm she loved to dance in. Now you are the gardener of her comfort. You maintain the walls of her cage. You are safe, predictable, tame. The masculine-feminine polarity that ignited your passion has collapsed. The tension is gone. You are no longer the unpredictable ocean. You are a placid, man-made lake. She doesn't punish you with anger. That would be too easy. That would require energy, passion. No, she punishes you with absence, with silence, with the subtle, soul-crushing art of passive aggression. She creates drama from nothing. A misplaced cup becomes a federal crime. A forgotten comment becomes a testament to your lack of love. It's not about the cup. It's not about the comment. It's a desperate attempt to feel something. Anything. She is trying to provoke the warrior. She is screaming in silence for the storm to return, to smash the placid surface of the lake. Let's call them James and Amelia. A textbook case. He was a brilliant architect, with hands that could build cities from dust and dreams. Amelia was his muse. She saw the king in him when he was still a pauper. She loved the chaos of his ambition, the nights spent sharing cheap wine and talking about the empire they would build. His success was meteoric. His buildings didn't just scrape the sky, they challenged it. The money poured in. The first thing he did was build her a house. Not a house, a masterpiece. He filled it with art. He hired staff. He insulated her from every worry, every mundane task. He wanted her to live like the queen he believed she was. He was protecting her, but he wasn't protecting her. He was isolating her. The shared struggle, the very foundation of their bond, was systematically dismantled, replaced with sterile perfection. Amelia grew quiet. Her art, her passions, they all withered. How can you create when you have no struggle? She started to resent the very things he gave her. The beautiful car felt like a cage. The designer clothes felt like a costume. The perfect house was a mausoleum of their dead passion. James, oblivious, redoubled his efforts. He thought her sadness was a problem he could solve with more. More gifts, more trips, more comfort. He was trying to fill a spiritual void with material things. The punishment escalated. She would forget important dates. She would subtly flirt with other men at parties, just to see a flicker of the old fire in his eyes. The jealousy, the possessiveness. She was testing him, poking the sleeping dragon, begging him to stop being the provider and start being the man she fell in love with again. The king, the conqueror, But James couldn't see it. He saw only betrayal, ingratitude. He had given her paradise and she was trying to burn it down. Here is the great, tragic revelation. The transformation you must understand. She is not punishing you for what you've given her. She is punishing you for what you have taken away. You took away the struggle that forged her identity. You took away her purpose as an equal partner. You solved all the problems, leaving her with no role to play, no value to contribute. Human beings, men and women, need a sense of earned value. We need to feel that our place in the world and in a relationship is deserved, that we are necessary. When you provide everything, you accidentally communicate a devastating message. You are not needed. Your contribution is not required. Just be beautiful. Just be present. You turned a partner into a dependent, a warrior into a ward. This is the source of the resentment. It is a rebellion against irrelevance. So what is the answer? To stop providing? To let her suffer? No. That is the response of a wounded boy, not a conscious man. The answer is not to give less. It is to provide more than just comfort. You must provide a mission, a purpose, a shared war that you can fight together. It doesn't have to be a literal war. It can be a business you build, a foundation you create, a grand, difficult project that requires both of your strengths, both of your souls. You must re-establish polarity. She does not want a butler. She wants a king. A king provides for his kingdom, yes, but he also leads it. He is a source of vision, of danger, of untamed energy. Stop trying to make her happy. It is an impossible and emasculating task. Instead, lead a life so compelling. The provider's curse is not her fault, nor is it yours. It is a trap of modernity, a consequence of misunderstanding primal needs. But it is a trap you now have the map to escape.